So this is just a bit of a disclaimer really, because I know a lot of family and friends watch this channel. So in this video you're going to be seeing a little bit more of me than you probably want to, because I've decided that every week now at the end of the weekly workout reviews there's going to be a physique update so that I can physically see my progress, because it is getting insane at the moment. So if you don't want to watch that, it's at the very end, after Thursday's review in this video. It'll be different every week, but it will be at the end of every video. So if you don't want to watch that and you don't want to see that, which is fine, I totally get that, then just skip it. Alright? How's it going, people? Welcome back to another weekly workout breakdown review video. This week has been a good week, like seriously. Some of the stuff we've done this week has been... So I'm gonna try and condense my talking in this because we have a lot to cover and it's gonna be a bit of a long one. So strap yourselves in, get your healthy snacks, and we'll review this footage. So first of all, I've come up with kind of a new format for this video. So you should be seeing now my current goals on the screen. So this is for everything. This is for like leg press, bench on chest, bicep curls, things like that. You'll be seeing all the goals that we're working towards, and at the end of this video you will see how close we got to them this week. And that will be for every video moving forward. Now at the beginning you will see the goals that we are currently working towards, and at the end you will see how much progress we've made towards those goals in that week. You're also going to see a physique update. So kind of had to, you know, at the end of this video, because I need to document my physique because it has changed a lot in the past 2 weeks. So I've decided that at the end of each video we will do a physique update, because trust me, things have changed a lot. And also I have a Gymshark t-shirt that I want to fit into, so I will be trying it on at the end of each video and to see how close we get to it fitting nice. So without further ado, let's get into the workout breakdown. I also quickly just want to mention that I've ordered like a low-key tripod for my GoPro so that I can have it next to me to get side angles. I talked about that and it's literally just showed up as I'm recording this video, so that is good news. So next week we should have some really cool shots, I can't speak. Right, back to the video. On Monday I did a push, and in my notes I've put I aimed for consistency based off of last week's results, and I got it, if not better. On dumbbell bench press I managed to go straight in for a warm-up set at 20 kg. Previously it would have been 16 to 18, sometimes 14 if I wasn't feeling strong enough, but we're going straight in at 20 now, and we're kind of going 20, 22, skipping 24. No, we're going 20 for 2 sets, 24, then 26. So we're skipping 22 for some reason. I don't know why. I managed another set of 26 kilos. Now I think I only did 7 reps as opposed to 8, but compared to last week's 4 or 5, I'd say that's a good improvement in a week. Form was better on cables, which we'll have a look at. Overall I'm feeling really good, and also second week of Sneak as pre-workout, and let me tell you, revolutionary. If you're not using Sneak as pre-workout, you should. It is awesome. So let's have a look at some of Monday's footage now. Just waiting for it to load. Gotta load the media. Right, so we're gonna look at 26 kilos on dumbbell bench press. So I managed to get a somewhat decent good side angle here on another bench. So I put the GoPro on another bench. These were really heavy, but I'm aiming for my full set of 12 at some point, but for now I think I'm just going to try and get to 10. So the fact we did 7, I think I'll count them in a minute. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's getting a bit harder. 5, getting a bit harder. Struggling a bit. 6. Oh, right, dumbbell went a bit wayward there. 7. Is there more? No, 7.5 reps. So we'll call it 7. I remember, I think that's why I wrote down 7, because that last rep was only half. So that was 26. 7 reps on 26. Okay. So we did some lat raises. Now remember last week I said I'm on 12 kilos on lat raises. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to look at this footage from Monday, because we also did lat raises on Wednesday, but with a modified technique. It was hopefully the right one on Wednesday. You know, me and my sister discussed it a lot, and you'll see that we worked on it on Wednesday. So what we're going to do, we're going to watch this one first, and then when we get to Wednesday, we're going to compare the two together, and we're going to see the improvement, hopefully. So let's have a look and see this one first. So you can see I managed to get a really good setup on the dumbbell rack from my GoPro. Unfortunately, you can see like the dumbbells in the shot, but it was like the only good shot I could get, really. But it's better than last week's of where it was like more pointed upwards. This is straight on. So what's happening here is my arms are kind of flailing back a bit, and I'm kind of throwing the weight up. Like, I can move the weight, but we looked at it and we were thinking, you know, for the most part, it's a lot better than it was when I first started the gym. But it's kind of like I'm getting to like here, and first of all, they are sometimes going slightly too high, and then so I reach about here and I end up throwing the weight like that. So rather than get a good like even lift, I'm kind of getting to here and I'm going and throwing the weight too high. So that was Monday, and we saw that and then worked on it on Wednesday, but we'll get to Wednesday in a moment, because that was Monday. And then, like I said, we did bicep curls after that, and then that was, you know, it was a standard push workout, really. I didn't record the full workout because there are only certain things that I want to record at the moment, you know, in terms of like going for goals and checking form. So I don't feel the need at the moment, I don't feel the need to record every single exercise. Maybe that will change, but for the time being, it's just different things that I want to see form on. So that was Monday. On Tuesday, it was a pull day. I went for 52 kg on lat pull down again. It's 52 kilograms, it's not 54 like I said last week. I couldn't remember, but it's 52. Went straight in with no warm up. Now, I should have gone in at, is it 45 that it's on there? Could be 45 that I was at. Should have done a warm up on 45, but instead I just went straight in at 52. Now I went straight in with no warm up, and I think that's what went wrong. So we're going to see the footage, and you're going to see you're going to see what I mean when I say it went wrong, because I'm not happy at all. You can see that it's just bad, to be honest. It's just bad, but that's all part of the journey, you know. It's not always going to be good, so we'll have a look at that. I did 66 kilos, but wasn't very happy with it, and you'll see that again in the video when we'll have a look at that after lat pull down. It just wasn't good. And I did 73, but again, I wasn't happy with it. So I put form was better on everything else. I did some bicep curls to finish, which felt good, but just the lat pull down and the seated row just wasn't it. So I think this is the lat pull down. Let's have a look at that first. So again, wearing gloves for grip, because I find it helps with grip. Also, that plate to my left, it fell over it. So if you're leaving your weights all over the floor at the gym, don't, just put them away. Simple as that. So you can tell it's a struggle. My form's not rigid. I end up like leaning back too much there, especially that one. That was terrible. There again, leant back too much. Leant back in too much again. It's just like that. Even that one was horrific, and that one, just like that one was terrible. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm trying to adjust my grip here, trying to get it better, but no. That It's just awful, awful. That was the worst one. But I knew that at the time. See, you're shaking my head there. Like, that was just, I knew that was terrible. So, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to 45 for at least a warm-up. Maybe get 2 sets of 45 done, then move up to 52 and see what I can do. Because that was just, you know, I was really not happy with that. And then we'll move on to seated row. And I think this is 66, this that we're looking at. It's alright so far. It's about average. It can be better, obviously. It can always be better. Threw that one back a little bit too much, I think. On that one. Shaking my head, see, I'm not happy with what's going on here. I'm aiming to complete the set of 12, but I'm not happy with what's going on. See, just really not happy. Just really not happy with it at all. So that was, I think that was 66. That was either 66 or 73. I can't remember. I'm gonna say it was 66 because I think because I wasn't happy with my form on that, I didn't record 73. Yeah, we'll go with that. What are we on here? Are these bicep curls? No. So, right, do you remember when last week I talked about, just let me pause. You remember when last week I talked about whatever these are called? I don't remember at the moment. And my sister pointed out that I was pulling them up like that and then going like that, when in actual fact what you need to do is you need to pull them out like that. So I recorded it because I've changed my position. So we'll have a look at this. Perfect angle, as usual. I don't like the fact that it's like it gets caught on my stomach. Do you know what I mean? That's just like terrible. But it's a journey, isn't it? That's what I mean. You can't have everything on day one. And they were a lot harder because I was doing them properly. Yeah, so that was those things. Pullovers, I think these are called. I could be wrong, but I was doing these. And I feel like my form's getting a bit better on there. You can't see my positioning properly because of like this step out that's got all my stuff on it. So this wasn't the best angle, to be honest. It was pretty dire because all you can really see is my top half. But like I said, tripod's here, so we're sorted for angles now. If my video next week is not full of good angles, then we're just going to quit filming it. That was Tuesday. Moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday was another push day, purely because, right, I'm having a bit of a dodgy problem with my left knee, and I anticipated that we were going to do a leg day on Wednesday, because I've not done one for ages. But because my knee's been playing up, I thought I don't want to attempt anything really properly until I've at least got support. And then my sister was like, I was thinking of doing another push day and bench. Now I've been wanting to do, you know, barbell, is it barbell? Bench press for a while, because I haven't done it for months. And I've got a goal, as you've seen at the beginning of this video, of 100 kilograms on bench, and I want to try and work it more consistently into my program. So I was like, you know, my knee's playing up anyway, so why not? I'll do a push with you. I'll do like a bit of this and a bit of that on push. So that's what we did. So I skipped leg day again. I know I said last week I don't make a habit of it, but you know, circumstances beg to differ. Doing push. Did barbell for 70. So again, flattering angles, but we've solved that problem now. So this is 70 kilos. I did warm-ups, obviously. I didn't just go in straight at 70 because I'm not a psycho. I did warm-ups, but I only tend to record my PBs at the moment, or my PB attempts, or my best attempts, so that's what this is. And I think I did alright, to be honest. The last rep was a struggle, but I managed it, which says to me, you know, as much as I'm struggling with it, I'm getting stronger. I'm happy about that. There's like 1 or 2 reps in here, I think, that I just wasn't fully happy with. I didn't get enough. I didn't bring it down enough, and you'll see it when I point it out. That one was a bit of one. Didn't pull it down enough. That one was okay. Because you can see when I pull it down the correct amount, it gets harder to push up. Oh, there must have been only 1 rep then that wasn't the best. But yeah, that was 70 kilos on bench press, chest press, whatever it's called. And then I did, right, so this is me doing the lat raise with different form that would practice, and I'm just practicing and warming up with 8s here. So you'll see how it differs from the way I was doing it on Monday. So, keeping my elbows bent, kind of lifting them out to a diagonal rather than up there like that. Obviously my sister's watching me form because we discussed it in the dining room the day before. We were practicing in the dining room. And I'm trying to make sure I get it right because obviously I want to do the exercise properly. So this was just like practice on 8s that I did. So my observation from this is that it's already better than Monday, and I'm thinking that at least for warming up when I do them, I'm going to drop down to maybe 10s, because I do 10s in a moment, I think, but we'll look at. Right, so let's have a look at this while I discuss. So I'm going to drop down to maybe 10s. I need to clean my legs, just so I can get my form down proper. And then we'll go up to 12s again. So I do have the capability to do lat raises on 12s, but not properly. We've worked out it's not properly. Because if you notice, and I'll try and do a side-by-side comparison here. If you notice on here, my arms are not like flailing back as much. They're more steady and they're more uniform. And then I went to 12s. We'll just quickly look at this, we won't watch it all. I quickly went to 12s just to practice the new form with them, just to see how far I could get with it, really. And I don't know if I was entirely happy with it. I don't really remember, to be honest, but I think the conclusion that I came to was it's doable, kind of. Like, still struggling there. It's doable, but maybe for consistency for the time being, I'll drop to 10s and then maybe do one half set of 12. Yeah, see, we're struggling on that, so that was lateral raises. And then I was going for shoulder press on dumbbells. I've not done it for weeks, months even, and I want to get it done. So because this was a day of like kind of what I did on Thursday, where it was just targeted practice, this was that. What was this about? That's what this was about. So let's have a look at this. We're on 18s on shoulder press here. Wherever you can see me looking at it like, these are heavy, these, dude. Full struggle to get them up in the air, honestly. But I think even compared to when I did them last time, which was like over 2 months ago, my form is still a lot better on here than it was way back when, you know? I say way back when, like over 2 months ago when I did it last. like I'd get through half a set, like I've nearly finished the set here, but I'd get through half a set and I'd be struggling, whereas I'm not really struggling here until at least rep 9 or 10, which I'd class as an improvement. Right, and on this one, because I did, I'm like heavy, because I did so well on 18s, I thought we're just gonna go and have a go at 20s. So we're having a go at shoulder press, whatever. We're having a go on 20s. And I think I did alright, to be honest, considering. But you can see I'm like, these are heavy. And I didn't dink my thumb this time. Now, if you go to the gym regularly and you're setting up for something like this and you've hit the dumbbell on your thumb, you'll know the pain that I'm talking about. So I'm quite surprised at this stage that I'm kind of doing all right on my own without struggling too much. I will say though, looking at this from this angle, my right arm isn't going down properly. That's where I'm like, I'm not gonna get 12. Struggle. That last rep was killer. But yeah, I will, looking at that, the right arm, so my left arm was going down properly and my right arm was kind of staying there, so it wasn't balanced. So looking on that, overall I'm impressed, but moving forward I need to make sure that it's an even balance between my right and my left, not tilted like that, because also on chest, on bench, I'm a bit skew width as well. So sometimes my right arm, a lot of the time actually, my right arm will push up before my left, so I kind of bring the bar down and then end up going like that, and it's just, I need to get that even push. The grip on the bar, on barbell, is what I'm trying to work on currently. So that was Wednesday. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Thursday, we're on to Thursday now. So I'd planned to have a rest day Thursday, but plans change. Ended up doing Thursday instead of my targeted practice on Friday. So I did my target practice on Thursday instead of Friday. And in that target practice now, I low-key don't want to show you this footage because it's my first time. But today I had decided that I was going to do my boxing practice finally. I was going to begin. Now, obviously, as someone who's never boxed, never punched a bag, never worn boxing gloves, didn't take them with me today, I just took my hand wraps. I thought, how on earth am I going to not look like an idiot in the gym on a punching bag, having never punched one? You'll see that a lot of this footage is me just trying to line up and trying to make sure that I get my fist right so that I don't injure myself, because the last thing I want to do is just go ham on this bag and end up injuring my wrist. I want to do proper technique from day one. So you'll notice that I don't do a lot on it. It's a lot of standing there, getting my position, looking like an idiot, and making sure that I punch right and not, you know, all that. So that's what I did. So obviously, I think I mentioned it earlier, but moving forward, we're going to work out 4 days a week. 3 are going to be programmed push-pull legs. 1 day is going to be what I call target practice. And that'll be for a day where I've got no plan, really, you know. And I'm just like, what do I want to work on more this time, today? And it'll be like, right, well, I want to do these 2 exercises mainly. And it's like, right, I'll just go to the gym that day and I'll just do those, I'll focus on those 2 exercises only. So that way we've got a balance. We've got our regular scheduled push-pull legs, then we've got an extra day where we can basically do what we want and practice what we want. That's what Thursday was about. So yeah, in my notes I put, finally did boxing. I'm so embarrassed by this footage, but it's necessary so we can see the journey of improvement. I also did deadlift practice, which honestly I was buzzing with my deadlift practice today. It was lightweight. It was only 50 kilos, but it was only so that I could get my form down. So what we'll do, we'll get it out of the way. We'll watch the boxing footage first. So this isn't going to be the setup moving forward because I now have my tripod. But I'm also pretty sure I put the hand wraps on wrong, so I made a mental note of that to make sure that I put them on correct next time. So let's have a look. I look like a pleb, honestly. I'm just like, right, make sure you don't injure yourself. I'm also conscious, right, because there's like people working out on the leg machine, which is like diagonally to my left behind the pillar that you can't see. And these bags make a noise, mate, right? Like the chain, when you punch the bag, it's like so I'm like, people are gonna watch because they can hear the bag, you know, as they're working out. So all that's going on in my head. I'm like, I'm punching a bag I've never punched before. I'm doing something I've never done before. The bag's making noise. I say something like, I feel like a pleb right now, something like that. And then, like I do some, they weren't power shots, but they were a bit faster paced. So I'm just trying to get practice done, really. Make sure I don't injure myself, make sure I don't twist my wrist. Because one thing I do notice, see I'm getting a bit harder now, but one thing I do notice in this, when I'm doing this, is that for some reason, like my right arm felt okay, but, and you can kind of tell from that angle, but as I was punching with my left, as it was connecting with the bag, it was wanting to point down like that. So I do a bit of like this and that on the bag. You can tell I'm getting a little bit heavier here, on and off. But I did notice that at some points it was like, as I was connecting with the bag, my wrist was wanting to connect like that instead of like that. So I didn't do too much. I maybe did a minute of this, a minute or two of this, maybe 5 minutes. I don't quite know, but I'm not going to show you too much of that because we're getting a bit heavier there. Over time, I know I'll get confident with it, you know what I mean? But the reason why I'm not wearing my gloves is because I want to get my form down first, and then I kept stopping it halfway through my thingy because I'm like, the bag's getting noisy. It's like going on the chain, and I'm like, no, I don't want attention drawn to myself. So that was my first step into boxing. I'm not gonna ever do boxing. I've never wanted to be a boxer. Never wanted to step into a ring, but I've wanted to do it as cardio. So I know over time I'll get better. You know, I'm not aiming to be the next Tyson Fury. I'm just aiming to get a good figure and some good cardio, some fun cardio that's not like walking or running, because I hate running, right? So I just want some fun cardio. So I know over time it'll get better, but it's so embarrassing this morning doing that. But yeah, it was so embarrassing doing that for the first time. Like, in my head, I'm like, people are watching me. And they might well be. And I'm not one of these people that care about what I look like in the gym. You know what I mean? At first I was, but now I'm just like, look, I'm going in here to do what I want, do my thing. If you watch me, innit? But I really don't care. But with that, it was so nerve-wracking, sat there putting my wraps on and then trying to line up on a bag that how do you stand? Do you know what I mean? How do you stand as a boxer? How do you hold your hands, you know? How do you connect? I know that you're supposed to twist your wrist so that you're connecting flat like that and not actually like that. So that's why you saw in the video, I was stood mostly like that, and I was making sure that before I went for like a faster punch on the bag, I was making sure that I was going to connect right with it and that I wasn't going to injure myself. So that was boxing. I don't know how often I'm going to do it, you see. I'm hoping I'm going to work it into my regular routine at least once a week. So we will see the improvement over time, without a shadow of a doubt, I know that. And then this is my deadlift practice. I was really impressed with this. Like, I genuinely was so happy with this. I feel like compared to last time, because again, these are something I've not done for ages, for months I've not done deadlifts. And last time I did it, it was a bit janky. But I was well impressed with this. Obviously there's always room for improvement, and this is why I do this. This is why I'm doing these videos. But these, I was genuinely so happy with my form today. I don't know how many reps I did. I wasn't like really counting. I was just going until I was happy. And I did maybe if you was to split it up into sets, I maybe did 4 or 5 sets of various reps. You know, I think I counted 8 at one point, but I wasn't focused on weight or reps. I was focused on posture and technique and stance. So yeah, that was my deadlift practice. I was well impressed. Genuinely well impressed. So that was me workout part of the video done. We're going to move on to the other part that, you know, that no one likes to do, the physique check. So we'll have a look at that before we end the video. I know it's been a long video, but like I said, there was a lot to digest. So we'll quickly look at that, and then that'll be that for this week. Right. So this is dead awkward for me because I've never been one to take my shirt off for anybody. But I've decided I'm going to do weekly physique updates because my physique is changing rapidly, as you'll be able to tell in this video. So this is what we currently look like. We've lost quite a bit of weight, believe it or not, to get to this point. And regardless of the fact that I'm still pretty covered in a blanket of fat, I'm getting some shape, as you can see. So my shoulders and my biceps and my traps are coming in. My shoulders are pretty big actually. That's not a brag, it's just the progress I've made in the last 2 weeks, mate. Honestly, they've blown up. So you can see in my top half is actually coming in very nicely. Thank you very much. I'm quite pleased with the progress, to be honest. Hence the physique updates. And you can see my pecs coming in. Like, they're not fully visible yet, but you can see there I'm tensing them, and they are under there. They are under there. They're coming in. Slowly but surely they're coming in. But you can see that my shoulders, my traps, my chest, my arms, and my wings. My wings are coming in. When I saw this, I was like, flipping heck, mate. Wings are coming in. Madness. Man's getting some shape, fam. I'm just mind blown by it all. Getting strong. And my back, it's mad. You can't really see the shape in my back fully yet, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I'm really happy. Hence the physique updates that I'm going to start doing. So yeah, that's what we currently look like. And then, as well as the physique updates, I thought at the end of every video we're going to see what we look like in the Gymshark tee until it fits me good. Because I bought this months ago and I've not worn it yet. It's supposed to be a pump cover, but it kind of sticks to me a little bit, as you will see. So I've decided after the physique update we're going to put this top on and we're going to see how we're looking. So it's loose kind of in places, but as you can see, like around my handles and my chest hugs me a little bit. It's not quite ready to be worn out in the wild yet, shall we say. So it kind of looks good across the shoulders a little bit at the back. But yeah, this is the measurement we're going to use from now on. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the measurement we're going to use from now on at the end of the videos. How well does the Gymshark tee fit? And that will also measure progress. So that's what we're going to do moving forward. So that was that week number 5 technically? It'll be numbered in the description box below anyway, and in the title. But yeah, that was another week at the gym wrapped up. In the last 2 weeks, I've felt some amazing progress. I have seen some amazing progress. Like, obviously in this video, that's the first time I've seen my back and my shoulders, because obviously I can't look at it really. But seeing the progress, I can feel it, honestly. It's going to sound really weird this, but as someone who's always been massive and had cushioning, to feel my muscles against my skin and to feel my form and how tight it's getting is a really bizarre feeling. Like, whenever I move, like, I can just, it's all muscle up top now. It's mad. I say up top, it's like on my shoulders at the back and stuff. But yeah, I'm buzzing, mate. I'm buzzing. Like, the last 2 weeks have just like skyrocketed in progress, and I know that with this momentum carrying forward, this is just week after week we're going to see results. Do you know what I mean? So I am conscious that it is a longer video, this one, and you know, if you haven't watched it all the way through, that's fair because it's a long one, but necessary I felt to do, because there was a lot to cover this week, and you know, I'm not trying to do these rapid, because at the end of the day, this is all about my analysis of my workouts. You know, it's all about me breaking down what I've done, rewatching it, and seeing my progress and seeing where we can do better, and just so I can look at my PBs again and remind myself just how far I've come and how far I'm going, you know. So if you've watched this full thing, I appreciate you. If you've watched it, let me know in the comments below. Drop a like and subscribe if you want to keep seeing these, because I have a load of plans for this channel. Not enough time to do it all, which is what I'm working on at the moment. I'm working on a plan to squeeze it all in, but I have so many ideas and so many plans that I want to do. If you want to see it all, big red button at the bottom, big red button at the bottom, click it for me. If you really want, you can ding the bell so that you get notified every time I upload a video. It's really helpful to me to know that you like these kind of things, you know, to see all the figures and stuff like this, the likes and the comments. Keep doing it. I appreciate you all. And that is it for this week, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later.